Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing really, really well today. I am Michelle Legaly, and every single week we do some type of tool, tip, training, or inspiration in the realm of inner work life coaching. Inner work life coaching is what I do with my own private clients. It's what I teach my students inside the Inner Work Life Coaching Certification and Business Building Program. And I share every week some tool, tip, or training here with you for you to use in your own life. And then if it works for you and you're a coach and you help people, take the tool and go use it with people and just experiment and say, hey, I want to try this thing with you. Are you okay with that? And if they say yes, do it with them and get some feedback. Is it serving people in their lives? I really think every single tool that I use today is someone used it with me and I saw the benefit of it in my life. And then I take that tool on and I use it with other people and I ask them, is this working? Is your life better? Are you seeing a shift? Are you heading in the direction that you said you wanted to? And if they said they do or they are, then I keep that tool in my toolbox. That's it. I'm obsessed with coaching. I'm obsessed with like personal growth and development. I absolutely love it. I love it for myself. I love growing myself and I love helping people grow in their own lives. I can't think of anything better to do. And that's what I get to do every day. Okay. Here's what we're doing today. We're doing release the stress in 10 minutes. So if you are here with me live, please say hello and I will work with you if you're willing. If you are not here live and you're catching the replay, put #replay in the chat and I'll make sure to say hello to you. And whether you're catching this live or in the replay, it doesn't matter. The tool is for you to use when you receive it. So the time doesn't really matter. So say hello in the chat if you can. I use this thing called StreamYard and I can't see your name unless you click the StreamYard button at the top. But if you do click that button, I'll be able to say hi back to you. Okay, good. Looks like you guys can hear me, you can see me, and everything's working. Okay, let's get started. If you have paper, great. If you do not have paper, no worries. You can type it in the chat. I want you to tell me the level of stress you're feeling. If you want to close your eyes, you can. 0 is no stress at all. You feel complete peace. We'll call that a 0 or neutral. 10 would be off the charts. Rate your level of stress that you feel right now. And put a number in the chat, 0 to 10. 3, 8. There's no judgments. Just notice what it is. Okay, now that you put your numbers in the chat, I have another question for you. What did you do to decide on that number? Did a number come to you in your mind and you just trusted it? Did you actually feel a vibration or a sensation in your body and use that as your gauge? Did you go to a circumstance in your life and play it out in your mind and then base your stress level on it? Tell me how you got your number. Type it in the chat. Just you sharing the recipe on how you analyze your stress starts to change your stress, strangely enough. Okay, so listen, isn't it really cool when you start to realize how you're operating? Someone just said, I hear the number and then I feel it in my body to verify. Isn't that so cool? Isn't that amazing how we're like unconscious. I don't know if you're unconscious. Many of us are unconscious to even how we're operating. We are operating so intuitively much of our lives that we're not even conscious of it. And I'm not saying who wrote that is unconscious to it. I'm talking more about myself and many others. Okay, who else? How did you get the number? How did you decide? This is a question I ask my own clients, and they're like, well, I thought of a certain situation and I decided how much like it bothered me on the inside. Okay, somebody else has said they thought of a circumstance and they felt it in their body, their reaction to thinking of the circumstance. Hi, Julia. Good to see you here. Right now we're asking, what's your stress level? 0 to 10. 0 means neutral, or you feel no stress. 10 means it's off the charts. Then the next question is, how did you come up with that number? How did you do it? And by asking that question, it really feels like a recipe to me. Like if I asked you, how do you make creme brulee? You would say, first you crack the eggs, you separate the yolks from the egg whites. Like there is a certain recipe, and we operate just like recipes. Awesome, Julia. Glad you're here. And then I want you to, and our recipes are just like how we operate within ourselves. And it's, you checked your stress level, but then I asked you, how did you check it? One of you said, I just heard the number. So that's your clairaudience or your claircognizance. And then you verified it through checking in your body, like that vibration in your body. Somebody else said they thought of a circumstance and then they felt it in their body. Awesome. Rachel, so glad you're here. You feel the number in your body and it's currently a 2. Awesome. Okay, next question. Do you want to change that number? Yes or no? Do you want that number to come down? Maybe let's do that. Do you want the number to come down? Do you want to change the number? Yes or no? Type it in the chat. We're going to do it. Yes. Okay, awesome. Okay, we're going to do this thing called meridian tapping. It's probably the number one tool I use, and also guided imagery. We'll see what we get into here. But I want to start off with meridian tapping. If you've never heard of it, just follow along. I'm not going to take too much time to explain it. I'd rather take the time for you to experience it. But we're going to tap on certain parts of the body, and I'm going to say some sentences. These sentences you're going to repeat the sentences. The sentences may make sense to you. They may not make sense to you. You can kind of edit the sentences to make sense to you if you want, or you can just say my sentences. It doesn't matter. It works either way. Rachel just said it's already come down having noticed it. Yeah, it's so true. I've done that too, Rachel, where I just, especially in the morning in my meditation, when I'm being quiet, I can really feel my anxiety or that zzz feeling. And I'd rather distract myself, but I notice if I just sit in it and just breathe, it just drifts away. It's my resistance to it that keeps it there more than anything. Hi, Gail. Okay, let's do it. You got your number. Close your eyes if it's safe for you to close your eyes. Whatever your number is, feel that in your body. Let's let all the resistance go. Let's let all the judgment go and just allow yourself to feel it. No one's ever died from feeling their feelings. So let's just feel it, whatever it is. Okay, and I want you to notice where you feel it in your body and just make note of that. And I want you to start tapping at your forehead. It's called the eyebrow point, but it's anywhere on your forehead. And while you're tapping there, notice the speed at which you're tapping. Do you want to tap fast? Do you want to slow down your tap? Do you want to use one hand or two hands? I want you to play around with it. And while you're doing that, take a deep breath in. Feel that breath go up through your nose, down your throat, into your chest. Blow it away. Repeat after me. I release and let go of the sadnesses connected to this. I release and let go of the fears. I release and let go of the emotional and physical traumas. It's safe to start letting it go. It's tapping at the side of your eye now with one or two hands. Take another deep breath in. Feel that breath go up through your nose, into your throat, into your chest. Fill up your whole body and then let it go. Repeat after me. I release and let go of all the angers connected to this. I release and let go of the guilts, the resentments. I let go of the judgments. I release and let go of all the abandonments. I release and let go of the betrayals. All the things that have been done to me, all the things I've done to myself, all the things I've done to others. I wonder what it would be like to just let it go for a second. I can get it back if I need it. But for right now, I'm just going to let it drift and float away. Tapping underneath your eyes with one hand or two. Take another deep breath in. Feel that breath go up through your nose, throat, chest, body. Really let the breath go now. Let it all go. I release and let go of the would've, should'ves, could'ves. All the past, all the future, I let it go for just a moment. It's safe to just be here now. Tapping at your collarbone with one hand or two. Notice how that feels. Take a deep breath in, up through your nose. Feel it up through your nose, throat, chest, body. Feel your body really expand with that breath and let that breath go. I'm safe. It's safe to release the stress. Drifting and floating away. I'm safe. Okay, grab your wrist, give it a squeeze, and take a deep breath in again, up through your nose, throat, chest, body. Feel your body expand. Exhale, let it all go now. Peace. Keep your eyes closed for a second if you can, and imagine, sense, and feel the peace. Maybe it washes over you. Maybe it's within you. But ask yourself, where do you feel peace? And wherever you feel that peace, decide if you want to keep it there or if you want to expand it throughout your body. Maybe even beyond your body. Maybe it fills up your whole office or environment, your home, wherever you are. It fills up the room. And maybe it goes beyond the room, out into the world. And keep your focus on the center of your body while you expand it out however far you want. And I wonder what happens in the world if we all expand the peace out, but we stay right here in the center of ourselves. But right now, we're just doing it for our own well-being. And if anyone else benefits, awesome. And then whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Great. Feel yourself in your seat. Feel your feet on the floor. Rub your hands together, eyes open, move around a little bit. What do you think? What are you noticing? Go back to the thing we called stress. Is it the same or different? Type it in the chat for me. Is it the same or different? Awesome, Julia. What would you give it now? Measure it again, 0 to 10. 0 is neutral, you don't feel it at all. 10 is off the charts. What number? Oh, here they come. Julia says it feels different. Someone else said so much less stress feeling. Awesome. Somebody else says it feels different. I was a 3, I'm down to a 1. Someone else said less, different, I'm at a 0. Awesome. Thank you, Gail and Julia. Awesome. Okay. Is 10 down to a 4? It's amazing. Isn't it amazing? Like, just, I don't know how long we've been here. It can't be more than 10 minutes of doing this. Just in 10 minutes that you can create that kind of shift in your life. Now let's think about this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm none of those things. I'm just a lady who's been healing herself for a long time. And I'm sharing everything I've been done with others and you. And they work. What was my point to that? Oh, I noticed when I used to live in the 8, 9s, and 10s of stress, my nervous system acclimated to that. I was very hypersensitive. I was extremely sensitive to people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions at my highest. When I was my nervous system was most hypersensitive. I could pick up on spirit. I could pick up on people's thoughts. I mean, I could pick up on everything. I call that hypersensitivity. There's some cool things about having those skills, but it wreaks havoc on our nervous systems. I also got fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, leaky gut. Like, I also had a host of physical ailments that it was miserable to live with. I don't want that for us. I truly believe that, like, we can heal ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally with doing this work consistently. So for those of you who are running at 8s, 9s, and 10s, and now you're feeling 3s, 4s, or 5s, you're lower, just notice how long you can hold that. You will probably collapse back into being an 8, 9, or 10. But it's okay. That's just what your nervous system is used to. It's used to being on guard, hypersensitive, hyper alert. Like, you've just conditioned your nervous system that that's the safe place to be. That fight or flight feeling. And it just takes some time to train that nervous system to be at a 0, 1, 2, or 3, or 4. It takes a while. Okay. Yeah. Somebody just said, I agree. We can heal ourselves. It is, I don't want to say it's the only way, but I think it is the only way. Even if you find the greatest doctor or the greatest therapist or the greatest coach, you brought them into your life and agreed to do the work. It's you who has to do the work, right? So the more we can understand that healing is within us, and yes, we're going to find all the support and help and coaching out there to support us in it, but we do the healing ourselves. And I love that. Okay. Was this helpful? Awesome. We're going to continue to do more and more of this. In fact, I have a group, I have a membership. I'm not really prepared to talk about this today, but I'll talk a little bit about it. I have a membership it's called Inner Work Circle membership. It used to be called Intuition Circle membership, where all we did was practice using our intuition. I knew it's because it was my life. I was a sensitive, hypersensitive soul, and I was very focused on intuitive work, mediumship, connecting with spirit. I still love that. But it's interesting, as I've really healed myself and gotten out of hypersensitivity and moved into sensitivity in a healthy, balanced way, I find I don't have as much interest in that. And I have more interest in helping people do the inner work. So we took Intuition Circle membership. We have rebranded it to call it Inner Work membership, Inner Work Circle. And I have 3 things that we're really doing in there that I'm so passionate about. We're creating strong minds for women, creating strong emotions and strong intuition. And I feel like when I've been changing Inner Work Circle, my membership, and I've been doing a lot of work around it and thinking about it, it always comes back to the head, the heart, and the gut. The head is the thoughts we think, the chatter that's going on, and learning how to focus it more on empowering ways of thinking and letting go of the disempowering patterns of thinking. The heart is about the emotional work, letting go of disempowering emotions, those lower vibrations, well, the patterns of lower vibrations. All emotions are valid as long as we process them. And in doing the heart work, the emotional work is processing unprocessed emotions that keep us stuck. Learning how to live in those higher emotional states. Actually learning how to live in all of them, being flexible, knowing that life brings all of them and that we are capable of handling all of them, not resisting any of them. And then the gut. The gut is like our gut instincts, and like really clearing here and here so that you have a real, your communication with your own guidance is very clear because you've done the thinking, you've cleared up your thinking, you've cleared up your emotions. And then that antenna or that connection to that inner guidance, whether you want to call it source, your inner wisdom, spirit guides, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. And I think there's several of them there. That line of communication becomes very clear. And there's a level of trust that you have with it that you're willing to take actions on it. Even though the mind might give you reasons and the emotions might give you reasons to resist, that you've managed the head and the heart enough that you can hear that guidance. So that's where I'm headed with Inner Work Circle. We have a $7 trial right now. It's usually $47 a month. I think today we're just starting to offer it for $7. Don't quote me on that. I don't even have a link for you. If I do have a link, I'm going to put it in the description above. If you are interested in trying Inner Work Circle as we make this transition, say me in the chat and I'll make sure I get you the $7 trial link. I am not sure how long we're going to do it. We're going to run it for a couple weeks, I believe. Again, we're just getting it up and running today. So if you're interested in that, please say me in the chat. I'll make sure I get you the link when it's ready. And again, we're in transition time, but I'm so interested right now in helping people clear their thoughts, managing, getting them to empowered, the emotional work, the inner work, and then the gut, the instincts, the intuition, and hearing that clearly and taking action on that and trusting yourself. Okay, awesome. Okay, for those of you who said me, I promise to come back and I will make sure I give you the link or somebody in my team gives you the link and we'll make that happen. Here's what's happening inside of Inner Work Circle for the month. As I'm creating this transition, I'm in there every Wednesday doing the inner work with students, anyone in the membership. And it's a small group right now because I've changed the branding and I'm changing like the way this thing's going. So we have a very small group. So if you come in right now, we are working together if you're willing, and I'm going to be doing the inner work with you. We're also going to have other coaches from my program coming in to do inner work coaching. We also are going to continue to do intuitive development, learning how to trust your inner guidance and believe in that. Okay, thank you so much for today. I will see you next week. Have a great day. Bye.